Morning fellows, Ben back again on another one. So with the new foldable, bendable Tusk lever, gear shift lever. This my brother got from the US, and very hard for you to source this anywhere on the planet. There's plenty of manufacturers who make just that. For a bendable lever. So there's plenty available online already for the Sherpa. You can very easily go ahead and swap out the gear shift lever, which I'm going to do in some time. But absolutely nothing available for the Himalayan or the 411 or Ben. It's because this is a linked type system. It works like that. And then there's something else that goes from here, gets connected to the gear shift lever shaft. Very hard for you to source this. And Tusk makes a dedicated product for the Himalayan, and nothing like it, right? So getting something which is almost 90% identical to your stock lever. One advantage of running something like this, I mean the number one reason why you get this is so that when you are doing some serious off-road business and you were to scrape, you fall on your side and your bike goes like that. Of course, this is going to protect the lever. I got this only to protect my lever, and ever since I got this stopped taking a hit. This is mild steel. It allows for it is malleable. You can definitely bend it back to shape, but every single time you bend it back to shape, you lose the stock, the kind of position that you were in when you were, which you found comfortable. You kind of lock that in place, and then you go out riding and you have a crash. This bloody thing bends. You bend it back to shape. You've lost your setting. So this kind of would get to your nerves. It's because you'll have to come back home again, play with there's an extension rod here, so you'll have to play with the adjustments to get it to align, and then you'll have to again pull this back out, push it back in, kind of play with the position, just so that you can get back your natural shifting. It used to get to your head. It used to get to my head. Sorry. So. That's the only reason why I'm going in with a swap. Now this is all aluminum, unlike mild steel. Mild steel allows for bending, and you can also, this will never break. That you know for a fact that this will not break into two pieces. So that's the advantage of running a mild steel gear shift lever. But when you swap it out for something aluminum, the number one thing that you have to keep in mind is that you need to have a tip which is bendable, so that no force gets transferred to this. And this is a fantastic design. If this were to dig in, it'll catch the ground and bend. This will not. This will bend, and all the forces will not be transferred to the main shaft there. So you need a dedicated size. Not sure what size this is. This would be I'm guessing a size 8 or 10. Size 8 or 10 Allen key, a dedicated one. A lot of torque on this, so when you try pulling it out, there's a very high chance that you might damage your tool. And this is a very low quality one, so any which ways, just be careful fellas. Get a good quality one, and that should do it. Okay, so the factory lever stands at 217 grams, and Tusk 117 grams. Interesting. Half the weight of the factory lever, exactly 100 grams less, and again some weight savings. Interesting. So yeah, let me just quickly put this fella onto that. Well, all this comes off pretty easily. This is just screwed into that, So it's pretty easy for you to figure this out. You can pull this out very easily, comfortably, and just rotate it, it'll come out. This is for you to adjust the position of the lever without really pulling it out from over here all the time. You don't have to pull it out from here. You can just go about playing with these adjustment nuts to get the angle of the desired angle of the lever. Yep, so this is in continuation from what we were speaking about in the last part. All that I needed to do was to get myself this bolt here. This is different from the one that came on mine. The BS4 runs a different bolt, and the BS6 runs a different bolt. The BS6 has a gear lever which has a wider base, whereas the BS4 had about 5 mils short, and the bolt was also different. The bolt was a 12 millimeter bolt. So for all you fellows who are going to be installing this on your BS4s or BS3s, you need to swap the locking bolt to the chassis with the new BS6 variants. That was the only thing that was required, and this went on pretty nicely, easily, comfortably. Now what you guys can see, this footrest is a little bent. I'll have to change it. When you change it, this climbs up like that. It stays there. So now that distance has gone up by at least 8 to 10 millimeters, and that's very important. That's important for the motocross boot. The motocross boot doesn't really go in comfortably. The best lever position for a motocross boot is always at that level, at parallel to the foot peg, so that you can slide in and lift, and you can just go parallel and drop gears if you want. Slide in and lift, go to the top, again come back, go to the top, and drop gears if you want. There's zero flex here in motocross boats, if you guys know, and that flex causes a lot of issues. That lack of flex causes a lot of issues with shifting, and it's always good to have a longer gear lever. The longer the better with motocross, but not exactly with anything else. Everything else you would wish for the right length. The Himalayan standard gear shift lever is good enough. It could definitely do with a little more length, and that's what we've gotten here. But this thing is perfect. Now, so the best position, the best way you go about setting up your gear lever with motocross boots is to have it parallel to the foot peg. Have it parallel to the foot peg, and that is the best position. So just letting you guys know, if you are a little confused about how to set up your gear lever, that would be the best thing to do. It's cast aluminum. This isn't really a CNC machine business, but that's good enough, because you don't really risk this part. Only this takes the beating. And what else? That would be it. A simple quick video on the new Tusk adjustable lever. This whole mechanism being pulled out, put in, is a piece of cake. No worries. You just need to be a little mindful of this particular bolt. One more time, 2016, 17 and 18, until the BS4 variant, you had a different bolt, and then 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, there's a different bolt. Two totally different bolts. So keep that in mind when you go looking for this. The thread is the same. You don't have to worry about the thread. The thread is the same. So that was that. Hope this helped. And both bends. Signing out for now. Ciao.